Do-Rag Wisdom here, folks, and welcome to Earth Day Y2K 20.04.13 with just 204 days left until the presidential election. Fake Senate impeachment trial, no vindication, no adjudication, no exoneration. Repeat. The music in the background is from a movie called Psych Out from the 60s. And the orchestra score, which you may not hear today, because I played this in order, is by the famous Ronald Stein, who did the Attack of the Crab Monsters, the Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. If I look kind of funny today, it's not my acne acting up again. If we're gonna have to wear masks, you might as well make it fun, right? But see, this mask is not for protecting you from CV19. Just wanted you to know that. I'd have to wear another mask under this one and kind of suffocate myself, and then I get to drop dead right on the TV here. In any event, I don't want any of you to get my germs, so here I am. I would never want to appear to be trivializing the science fact horror that we now face, that is going to go on for at least 18 months because we don't have the vaccine. Movies have consistently helped me deal with the shared ironic nightmare we call real life. Regarding the CV19 and those who could get it, I can't believe that my wife and I are in that category of higher death rates. You know, those over 60 with pre-existing conditions. I just learned today that a close neighbor and members of his family, a couple of doors away from me, got struck with the new COVID-19. I have a hard enough time sleeping at night, so I watch many of my favorite movies until I am too tired to stay awake. I never thought that movies I've enjoyed over the years have now immersed all of reality into theirs. Movies have helped shield me from the brutal facts of our lives, while at the same time always teaching me how to deal with the foibles of human society. And now, thanks in part to my enjoyment of the moving picture art, I find myself calm and ready to deal with the next 18 months at least. That is if we survive. That is because we live in New York City, on Staten Island, the epicenter of the CV19 in the USA at this time. Look out my windows, I wonder if the Walking Dead are there. They say that we may be reaching our curve, or have reached it already. The apex, as they call it. They. But once we are over the hill, the danger still remains. From high to low over the next 18 months. The next 18 months until science, not Trump, not his religious extremist supporters, comes up with a vaccine. I wish that I could now look over my left, my window there, and see Rod Serling standing by my back door. I would smile. I'm already smiling. Waiting for him to introduce the story ahead. The allegory of the week thanks to his Twilight Zone. I love the Twilight Zone, the Outer Limits, the assorted giant crabs, ants, spiders, locusts, and the like. I enjoyed those stories of seed pods taking over human beings and spreading, as in the invasion of the body snatchers. Check out movies such as David Cronenberg's Shivers and Rabid, which are classics in themselves. Along the way, as I was growing up, trying to anyways, I was exposed, so to speak, to a movie called The Satan Bug. The Satan Bug, about the threat of chemical biological warfare. This picture was released in 1964-65. In light of today's CV9 pandemic, the Satan bug is almost prophetic. In recent years, my friends, we have been exposed to the night, dawn, day, land of the dead, the diary of the dead, the living dead, the walking dead, the rage virus, the vampire virus, as in the strain. You should see the strain. And of course, I've also read a lot of cautionary tale books over the years. But I am prepared now for this CV19 event, even if I am somehow detached from it. I can't help it, folks. Just look at the images coming out of this pandemic. People having to stand in line outside of drugstores or other stores to be let in one at a time. You know, social distancing. People having to stand more than 6 feet apart while going about, wearing face masks. Isn't that ridiculous? I think this face mask thing is going to be a new fad. I want to believe we're living Halloween for the next 18 months at least because of, you know, the masks. You know, watchmen. They're all going to be wearing all these kind of interesting masks and everything, scaring the hell out of each other. Other images. Empty cities, empty stores, empty schools. People huddled in their homes waiting for the next The Birds attack. Remember The Birds? Why do you think, if you saw the Hitchcock classic, why do you think the birds went berserk and started to attack us? Were we messing too much with the environment even back then? Were we? And how about the image of a sociopathic president, traitor Trump, equal to any James Bond villain I ever saw, puked up from Spectre and Smurf? Look, his VP looks like Red Grant from the movie From Russia and Love, or From Russia with Love, excuse me. I am imbued with the superstar movie delusion, that disease that we seem to all have. The kind that compels some of us to vote for actors to be president rather than vote for real people. So in my mind, in this movie that we're in now, I don't want to be the asshole who hides in the cellar to hoard everything for myself, or the character that goes berserk out of fear that he is going to be eaten. I want to play it cool, boy, real cool, as the character Ice of the Jets sings in the motion picture version of West Side Story. I am so sorry if I seem to be trivializing this worldwide catastrophe so I can live and function with it. I am not alone because, after all, as I've said, this nation picked a reality show star, a dictator wannabe, a sociopath with a sense of high melodrama, a freak with little hands that are not too small to push that button to become the head of our country. I'm not alone with being obsessed with the big stars. So here we are. We put that creep Trump in there. Reality show maggot. To decimate everything that we are supposed to stand for. Let's showbiz!